Ah, mais c'est bien, je crois que ça y est, je crois qu'on a eu. Bon, bah c'est parti alors.
Let's go.
Hello everyone, how are you?
Hi.
So I'm here, Marie from My Pet Paris. I'm here with Lola. She is also a guide for us, and she's an expert in food in Paris. So it's going to be really fun to have her and just to follow her around Saint-Germain-des-Prés, where we are right now. And yeah, so maybe Lola, you can tell just a few words about yourself. And so for those who doesn't know yet, Lola.
All right, guys. So I'm basically one of the tour guides of My Pet Paris. I specialize in food and gastronomy. And one of my favorite neighborhoods in Paris is Saint-Germain-des-Prés. And basically, we're going to discover why today. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so now just behind us, we choose this location to start this video because so just behind us, you have this statue. I'm going to show you exactly. Okay, yes, here we go. Here. Perfect. You're going to see that better. Okay, so here we have a statue that was made by Picasso. So yes, we are getting right into the business, talking about the best painter, the most known painter of the world probably. And you can see that this statue was so dedicated to his friend Guillaume Apollinaire. He's a French poet and he used to live here in Saint-Germain-des-Prés. So it was just to start with something pretty amazing that is right at the side of the church Saint-Germain-des-Prés, because of course this neighborhood is known also for this church. So Lola, you were telling us that you love this neighborhood.
Of course.
Okay,
yes.
So let's follow you. So where are we going now?
All right, so first we're going to go in front of the church and I'm going to present to you a cafe that is quite famous in Saint-Germain-des-Prés,
Okay.
which is called Les Deux Magots.
Okay.
So Les Deux Magots, nothing to do with the maggots or anything, don't worry. It's actually because of the statues that are inside of the cafes itself, which are two statues of a magot. A magot was actually a Chinese emissary, and that's why it's called that way. So this cafe that you have right here.
So let's have a look at Les Deux Magots. So first we're going there and then we're going to explore more and have a lot of food today, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Saint-Germain is quite famous for its food, and well, there's a good reason for that.
Okay, but just guys, yeah. Can you... Okay, we are right in the middle of Saint-Germain-des-Prés, as you can see on the sign here. And some jazz is with us today. This is so cliche.
It is, but I love it. That's amazing. All right, yeah.
Okay, let's continue. So Les Deux Magots is known for being a cafe that is delicious, of course, but for all the people, the famous that used to come here. For example, Sartre, as you know, the philosopher, the French philosopher Sartre, also Simone de Beauvoir, and Camus and Queneau, all these names that are very known in French literature, but also people like Picasso used to come here. So this is Les Deux Magots. Probably, I mean, if you ever, in the comments, tell us if you came here before, if you know Les Deux Magots, if you ever came in Saint-Germain, I'm sure you know Les Deux Magots already. Okay, so what is your favorite cafe around here? Is it Les Deux Magots your favorite?
Well, I like Les Deux Magots, but my absolute favorite is the Café de Flore, which is just a little bit behind. So
okay, have a look. Yeah, we have a look. Okay, so we can see both Les Deux Magots and Café de Flore. So as you can see, the terrace is reopened and everything is kind of back to normal. Some people wear a mask and some don't. So just to the side of Les Deux Magots, we have, of course, Louis Vuitton. For those who wants to do some shopping, virtual shopping, here we are. But let's follow Lola to see the Café de Flore.
Look how gorgeous that is.
Wow, this is really neat. Okay.
Beautiful, right? So this Café de Flore, Flore, it's the goddess of the flowers, and that's why you have all those amazing flowers around here. I really like this cafe because of, well, a lot of impressive American writers in here. So Hemingway, for example. Also, this is my favorite hot chocolate spot in Paris.
Ah.
That's the reason why
Perfect. Okay, so we have here Patty that is saying that Les Deux Magots is actually his favorite. Bonjour to everyone that is coming from, I see Chicago and Texan. So that's going to be a great tour. We're going to have a lot of people coming from all over the world. So okay, so we're going to ask one question first before we start this food tour. We want to know what is your favorite French dessert, and also if you prefer a croissant or a pain au chocolat. This is very important for us. But yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of things here in Saint-Germain. But also, if you have something you love and you want to share with us, your favorite thing to eat in Paris, yeah, please do. So yeah, behind us again, terraces, beautiful terraces of Les Deux Magots, and we're back to here. So the cafe extended their terraces after the déconfinement. So when the lockdown was over, the cafe decided to just take the streets. And as you can see here, you have the table and chairs that are literally by the cars. So just taking all the space, so which is very, very nice. And is there another cafe here that is pretty known? So Les Deux Magots, Le Flore, Brasserie Libre also, that is not far. And I think Le Bonaparte also is a...
Bonaparte, yeah, it's quite famous as well. I think you like that cafe, right?
Yeah, I do like the Bonaparte, yeah. But I just wonder if it's famous or not. But I love the Bonaparte because it's my favorite colors, which are, of course, French flag color. So this is the Bonaparte. And I'm sure that we have some fans of Napoleon. If you're a fan of Napoleon, you can just say a little comment and tell us if you want to know more about him. But now let's get to the business, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what is your favorite French dessert? Do you have one that you really, really love?
Well, I like macaron, but that's so cliche to say. But I feel like, you can never go wrong with a good croissant. So that's why I'm going to have to say the croissant. And also, it's one of those things that even if they look, fairly simple, it's also very hard to make them at home. So that's why I prefer, going to bakeries around Paris to buy my croissant. And what about you, Marie?
It's hard to choose. It's hard. Okay, because I was planning the question for her, but now I have to answer it. I would say maybe something with salted butter caramel, like a crepe, probably. It's not really like a proper pastry, but it's so delicious. So I would think maybe that. So
that's a very, very good thing, because actually our first stop is going to involve salted butter caramel.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So we're going to get to our first stop, but along the way, maybe you can show the people the beautiful street of Saint-Germain.
Of course, let's do that. Here we go.
All right, so yeah, here we're on the side of the Church of Saint-Germain, and that is actually a part of the former abbey of Saint-Germain-des-Prés. Yeah, you can see a bit of the church here on the side.
Okay, let's see. So this church is, so now we can't go in, but so is it very old?
It is. It's actually one of the oldest church of Paris. The abbey has been here since the 6th century, and the church itself was built in the 1100s.
Okay.
Making it, one of the oldest that we have here in Paris. Unfortunately, it suffered quite a lot during the French Revolution, and that's why it had to be rebuilt actually during the 19th century. So if you ever go inside the church, it looks quite colorful because it's from the 19th century. But the outside and the thing that you can see from here are part from the 1100s.
Okay, that's very, very beautiful. Okay, so let's continue here. What do we have? Oh, I see a lot of design shops also.
Oh, yeah.
Like this one. That's really neat. Okay, we can talk about food, but also have a nice walk and see beautiful things on the way.
Oh, yeah. Especially in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, you can see beautiful things all the time.
Okay, and this building here also is it's quite different. It's for some of you, maybe you did follow us last week. We went to Place des Vosges in Le Marais, and the buildings were very similar to this one here with the bricks. So I assume it's from the same time.
It is. Actually, it's just, this was one of the first building that was built in this type with bricks and stone. And this was the Palace of the Bishop of Saint-Germain.
Wow.
It is now a school. Pretty nice school, if you ask me.
Yeah, very nice. And I see also that we are now Oh, I love this little place. So it's Place Fustenberg. It's really beautiful. I think they even use that in a movie with the Fantastic Beast, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the one?
exactly.
Wow,
In
that's nice.
Fantastic Beasts, that is the entrance to the French Ministry of Magic.
Okay, so you're saying that if we are coming here, we can go inside the French Ministry of Magic.
Well,
Okay.
they did change a few things for the movie, especially they changed this beautiful candelabra and they turned it into one of the fountains of Paris to mark the entrance of the Ministry of Magic. But to be honest, when you look at everything around you, this feels quite magical already.
It is absolutely beautiful. So we have here little boutiques on the side. Like this one, for example, is pepper and spices.
Mhm.
And wow. And there is also Musée de la Croix not far. Okay, but now I'm getting excited for the French dessert that we are talking about. So are you coming from any region in particular in France?
Well, I come from Versailles, which
Okay.
is not very far away from Paris. If you guys have heard about this beautiful big palace that comes there.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure
also-
everyone knows Versailles, right? I mean, tell us, but yeah.
And another part of my family is from Normandy. Normandy, it's quite famous for apples, and it's close to a region that you know very well, Marie, which is Brittany.
Yeah, so my mom is from Brittany. I think she's here. So hello, mom. So I'm half from Brittany and half from Spain, and that's probably why I love salted butter caramel. I'm coming to that in a minute. So for you, Normandy is so apple and cream, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
cheese.
And cheese.
Okay.
Camembert comes from Normandy. That's why it's so good.
Okay, now guys, just for you, because we're passing into the street where I used to live a few years ago. I was living in Saint-Germain, and that was the street I was living in. And you can see that there is a wine shop here, La Dernière Goutte, that is quite a nice place. And the street was named Rue de l'Échaudé. And now, so where are we going? It's so beautiful, like those little streets in Saint-Germain. Everyone is just walking in the middle. It's very chill. Like, look around.
Yeah.
I'm just showing that here. See, everyone is just. It feels like we are in a little village here.
It is. Well, Saint-Germain used to be outside of the city walls of Paris for a long time, and that's the reason why it still feels like a village today.
Oh, what is this place? Oh, that's the place. Okay, Maison Leroux.
This Maison Leroux, okay, so it was started by Henri Leroux. Henri Leroux, he's actually a chocolatier originally, but he was getting, a bit tired of doing always the same thing, so he decided to create a new candy, what we call a bonbon in French. And he decided, to kind of go back to the roots of his family. His wife is actually from Brittany, just like you. And he decided to create a caramel au beurre salé, salted butter caramel, or the CBS, as they call it here.
Okay.
So one of the things that they're very famous for is this caramel. If you come with me.
Yes. Okay, let's go in.
All right. So
You want to show?
I just wanted to show you because
sure.
they have a lot of beautiful caramel, and they
Oh, but
also have this amazing thing, which is this caramel paste.
Okay, but I want to go in. Okay, let's.
All right, come with me.
Yes, sure.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. So here we are inside Le Henri Leroux, and I think, yes, this is where we have all the beautiful caramel. So maybe I'm just going to show you the boutique. It's not very, very big. You see it's beautiful wood beams just there. And on the other side of this glass, there's a chocolate also. But maybe for now, we're going to focus on the caramel, if that's okay with you guys. Okay, so what do we have here? So different type of caramel, right?
Exactly, yeah. So you have the original, which is the CBS.
That's the one over there, the brown one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so guys, yeah, this is the CBS. So that's the classical one, okay?
Then afterward, you have other tastes. You have lime, pina colada, coffee and hazelnut, yuzu and matcha, chocolate, orange, and ginger, which is this one. Then you have raspberry, buckwheat, strawberry and pepper, lemon, and pineapple, and a sort of pink pepper, which is very bright.
Wow. Okay. And over there, what do we have? So are they
So here you have les pâtes de fruits. It's sort of a bit like fruit rolls, you know. It's very, very good. It's made with a lot of fruits, which is interesting. And it's something that we really, really like in France. You know, something we eat quite a lot of, especially for holidays like Christmas, this sort of things. And of course, afterwards, you have the chocolates.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm getting excited. So let's have a caramel then.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah? Okay. I think I'm going to go with the classical. That's
same for me. I think that's the best one. On va vous prendre 2 caramels et on va se passer.
Merci. Should we take a chocolat also? So tablet of chocolat? Maybe later? We will come back. Okay. Okay, so here we also have some specialty of the house. I do like that. It's like a little lollipop, but made of chocolate. Okay, so that's Maison Leroux, and they have different boutiques, right, in Paris. So like 3 or 4, and but they all have this charm of being really a tiny boutique, and you can find here some jam and the caramel are already packed here. So it's really great, especially for Easter or Christmas, right?
All right, Marie, do you want your caramel?
Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay,
right.
so guys, this is the stuff. Okay.
You can see it well. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. We won't be able to talk for about a minute.
Okay, so maybe you're going to try it and I'm going to try it later. Okay, maybe you're faking it. We don't know. Okay, I have to try it later. Okay, let's go. Merci beaucoup.
Merci,
à bientôt. Merci beaucoup. So you see that the people are wearing a mask. They have to when they are into restaurant or shops like that. We did ask them before. We actually called them just to be sure that they'd be okay for us not wearing a mask, and apparently that's okay with them. So that's why we're not wearing a mask, just in case you were asking. Okay, so you're still eating your caramel right now. Okay, so don't be ashamed. You know.
It is delicious, guys. But it's all over my teeth right now.
Okay, so so the butter is a specialty from Normandy and Brittany, and we're doing everything with butter. And the fact that it's salted is it's also a specialty from the fact that they were just along the sea, so you had more, of course, more salt, and for a long time they didn't pay a tax on the salt. So that's also why in those regions you can find butter with salt directly in. When I grew up, for me, a butter was, of course, with salt in it. That was, you know, something that was weird to have butter without salt.
Obviously, yeah.
But then I discovered that, you know, it was not that simple. Now let me show you what we are just, we're passing by some beautiful cheese. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The smell is amazing.
This is a wheel of Comté. This is probably the biggest cheese that we have in France. But, yeah, you can see someone on the side, so you can see how big it is. So. Okay, where are we going? Are we passing here with Bussy? I kind of want people to see with Bussy, so
all right, so let's go.
just so you see the atmosphere in this neighborhood.
Very bustling with activity.
Wow, it is busy.
Well, if there is one thing that the French like, is definitely, you know, getting a drink on the terrace.
Okay, let's continue here.
So yeah, as you can see, a lot of the places usually don't have terrace, now have them, or they're expanded their terrace because that's the only way that they can serve people right now in Paris.
Okay, so maybe we're gonna, switch back here because we have to pass here. It's kind of a little maze here. There's so many people that's we were thinking that we're gonna see a lot of people, but not that many, to be honest. That's the only thing. So here in Saint-Germain, so it's why is Saint-Germain known for the food? Because there's so much beautiful things. You have yeah, all around us you have beautiful bakeries and cheese shop, and it was hard to make a choice, right? For today, I'm sure. Yeah. So we're gonna do just a short, very short version of things. Some people were asking us where we are exactly from the Pantheon. The Pantheon is actually on the Latin quarter, so it's a little bit further this way, and we are now more in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, which is still the left bank, so it's not very far, but let's say it's two different tiny neighborhoods inside the left bank. And the other question we had was, are we passing by the Procop? Not this time, guys, but just because we have other little addresses to share. But yeah, the Procop is one of our favorites in the sense that there's a lot of history attached to the Procop. But today we're going to eat more in shops, so that's why we decided to not go by Le Procop. And also because there is another boutique we love, Un Dimanche à Paris, and it's not open right now. We have to wait for it. So it's one of our good addresses that is really close to Le Procop. So that's not going to be for today, but for another tour.
Time. Next time you come back to Paris, guys.
Yes. Okay, so what is the next adventure you want to do? So we had a little caramel. Actually, I didn't eat it because, you know, if I'm doing that now, I won't be able to have the next thing. So yeah, so what is the next thing you want to share?
So the next place we're going to is one of my favorite pastry shop in Paris. It's called Arnaud Larreur, just like the chef who owns it. And Arnaud Larreur, he's a meilleur ouvrier de France. MOF, it's MOF, you know, shorter. This meilleur ouvrier de France, it's actually a very important title that people get, you know, after going through a competition that lasts for about 2 years. So as you can imagine, it's quite complicated and difficult, you know, to become a meilleur ouvrier de France. And it's a title that allow you to wear, you know, the colors with the colors of France on it. Maybe you've seen some chefs wearing it. That means that they are amongst the best in their categories. So, you know, while we're here, we might as well go for the best.
That's awesome. I love that. So you see they're wearing this French color. Maybe you think we're going to see a chef today? Maybe
I
not.
don't know if he's in because he has shops around the world. I know he has one in Athens and in Tokyo as well. So I'm not sure if he's here yet. Also, he's from Brittany, just like you. So there's a high chance he's also with his family right now.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Oh, we're passing. Sorry, but
yeah.
I have to. We're passing just in front of those beautiful chocolate and macaron here. Oh, okay. Please tell me, Lola. Please tell me that we're gonna have a macaron today.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. But we're going to go get it at Arnaud Larreur because his macarons are amazing. Jean-Marc Paulinet is also very good, but I prefer his chocolate. As you can see, he's originally from Brussels in Belgium, and people from Belgium know that their chocolate is very, very good. So that's not something we're going to try today, but if that's something that you guys want to try next time you're in Saint-Germain, it's also very good.
Okay, but yeah, that sounds exciting. So, so you probably already tried a macaron in your life. If you have a favorite flavor, you can tell us that on comments, and so we can try your favorite flavor. So if there's too many, but we're gonna have to eat a lot of them. But yeah, we're approaching Arnaud Larreur, so let's see. Maybe we can film it, and you can tell us what is your favorite one. So let me show you the boutique itself. Okay, so here we are in front of Arnaud Larreur, and it is written here,
Meilleur ouvrier de France. Best craftsman in France.
Okay, so you say it's a competition of 2 years, but so they have to present special pieces of their work, like cakes, for example.
Exactly, yeah. They have like those given tests that they have to do, and they're judged by other meilleurs ouvriers de France. So that's why it's so complicated, you know, because to become the best, you have to be judged by the best. And that's the reason why it takes so long. It takes a lot of practice. And the thing is that they don't judge you only on what comes out of the kitchen, you know, not only on the taste, but also on your technique. So that means you could have, you know, made the most perfect cake, for example.
Yeah, let's have a look at what they're doing here. Wow, okay, so that's a cake, but in a shape of a cube.
Exactly, yeah.
And here we have the same, but with raspberry. And, oh, I think we can go in. Oh, no. Oh. Too bad. We're not fast enough. So, maybe we can. Because the guy was telling me that we could go in, and that maybe just gonna go. Okay. Okay, so this is the name of the boutique we are in, Arnaud Larreur. Some people are asking me, where are we? We are on Rue du Seine, if I'm right.
Just like the Seine River.
Okay, so here at Arnaud Larreur, we have many different things that we could try today, including chocolate. I don't know, with this weather, I don't really feel like having a chocolate, but yeah, you never know. I mean, why not? I'm just gonna show you how they look because they're pretty similar. It's all the same style, but they just have different taste in them. So, knowing that in France we love black chocolate, isn't it?
It is.
So it's for a lot of people they don't see that very often. So I'm gonna show you. We are in one of the most excellent chocolatiers in Paris, and they have milk chocolate chocolat. So that's also mean that we can do beautiful things with milk chocolate, right? Okay, I'm following you on the other side. So we, okay, now, okay, this is where we are coming here. Is for the best macaron of the neighborhood, or one of the best of the macaron. Okay, so we have here different, beautiful, good-looking macaron. I'm dripping right now. I want to try all of them.
So yeah, what I like with Amanaka, you know, is that it has some classic, you know, such as coffee, dark chocolates, but you also have some very different tastes. For example, there is one with champagne right now.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
There is one with salted butter caramel, just in case you know you did not have enough.
So that's the fine champagne here. That's the first time in my life that I see a macaron. Sorry, guys. What's going on? Here we go. Yes. So first time I see a macaron with champagne. So
very different. There is one which is made with cidra, which is a type of lemon, but also with mastic, which is, as it's written, it's a sort of gum that is made from a tree from the Mediterranean Sea.
Okay, cidra.
So very, very different.
Okay, so let's see if we have people telling us what are the favorite. Okay, raspberry for Darren. Okay, so I believe that's that we're gonna have. So let's have a raspberry.
It's actually not only raspberry; it's raspberry and beetroot.
Raspberry and beetroot. Okay,
that's different, as you can see.
Okay, so we're gonna definitely get a raspberry. I let just the people to have just a minute more to let us know if we have another one that they want to try.
Well, another thing I want to show you is actually this little tart. As you can see, it has strawberry on it. Those are
this one?
wood strawberries, so wild strawberry. As you can see, they're very tiny compared to the strawberry you have in supermarkets, and they're also packed with flavors.
Oh wow, this is really beautiful. Okay, I think the man that entered just took the last éclair au chocolat.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay. We were here for the macaron, but look at that. You have here hazelnut. Monte Cristo is like different layers of chocolate and raspberry. A cheesecake, but like revisited cheesecake, French Louise cheesecake. Some chocolate dessert. And here a lemon.
Oh yeah, the lemon tart is very famous.
Wow. Okay, everything looks very, very delicious. So it's hard to choose. Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, some people say champagne, rose, hazelnut. Okay, now we're talking. Okay. So here we have the raspberry. They do millefleur and they have raspberry and rose. So that could be probably our. Okay, so because you said raspberry, you said rose, so we're gonna take one of
raspberry
both.
And rose.
One champagne.
Of course, you have to try it.
You have to share because I want the champagne one. Okay, everyone wants now the lemon. Okay, and the passion fruits. Okay, that's gonna be a lot. So we're gonna have a little bite of each of them because Okay.
Yes.
So I think we do have our order now. So let's just wait for the guy. Okay, so can you tell more about the macaron, how the macaron became famous in France?
Of course, yeah. So that's something that not a lot of people know about. But macarons are not originally French. They actually come from Italy. They were imported most likely at the same time as the Queen Catherine of Medici got married to the King of France, Henry II. At that time, they were a little bit different, though. They were not as fancy as the one that we have here. They were actually more like amaretto cookies, from Italy, like very short cookies with cracks on it. And it's actually in the 1800s that the pastry chef in Paris decided to change the way that we did macaron and invented the Parisian macaron, which is the one that we know today. One of the most famous from that time is La Durée. But I'm going to be honest with you, La Durée is not my favorite today because I feel like they use too much sugar in their recipe and the taste doesn't come through as much as the one that we have here.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. Okay, so now we're going to get our macarons and it's all good. Yeah, a lot of people are waiting, so we have to be quick. Now you see people are waiting here. We can't be too many in the same shop at the same time, but Arnaud Lara is definitely one of the best, so we had to come here. So let's. C'est bon, on est bon. C'est parti. Alors, on va vous prendre, s'il vous plaît, un framboise rose, un champagne, oui, ou un, ouais, ça sera très, très, très bien. Un champagne, un citron également, et un lait passion, c'est ça? Parfait. Eh bien, c'est parfait. Ça me va très bien. Okay. Very good. Good. So maybe you can hold that and I'm gonna pay and you can just do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to film all the beautiful things that you have around here. All right, guys. Another thing, I don't know if you saw, but they actually also make ice cream here. It's a very, very good ice cream. We love eating ice cream in Paris, in France in general, but especially when the weather is getting a bit better. All right. Look how beautiful those are. Okay, I'm just going to show you one. And then we're going to leave here. Just see how detailed. Oh, wow, this is gorgeous. Sparkles. I love it. I mean, that's the champagne wine.
That's the champagne one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going in?
Wow.
Sorry.
It's like different. Yeah, the first taste, but then and very subtle. I was imagining something like very sweet. I don't really feel the champagne though. Or maybe because I'm used to like the classical
bubbly
champagne.
one.
Maybe we should have something like that. Okay, it is very good though.
It is?
Yeah, it's really, really good. Okay, maybe which one will you like to try now?
Take the lemon. I'm not the biggest fan of lemon.
Okay, so passion for the rose and raspberry for you.
I like the rose. Yeah, but it might be a bit complicated for you to get it right now.
Nothing is too complicated. Okay, so
All right, maybe we're going to go outside so that we have a bit more light.
Okay,
Au revoir, merci. Okay, so that's for you, my dear. I'll let you holding that and see your face while you're having macaron. Oh, pardon, madame. Here we go. Okay, so that's the rose raspberry. So can you feel both? Okay. So is it more rose or more raspberry?
What I like is that you already have both. I don't know if you can see, guys, but you basically have this cream, which is a bit more rose, and then you have the center, which is filled with raspberry. So it's very good because you have first this rose that is quite nice, very light, and then you have this raspberry that pops into your mouth when you bite into it. So that's why it's so good. Oh my god!
Well,
loving it.
we're having a lot of fun here. Sorry for the people that cannot join us right now, but whenever you can come in Paris, we're going to be so happy to share those addresses with you. And now I see Mulot, which is one of the nicest bakery around here. This one, I know it well. So pâtisserie and traiteur. Just for the information, pâtisserie, so the pastry shop, is different from boulangerie. Boulangerie is for the bowl of the dough, and pâtisserie is really the job of making beautiful cakes. So in this location, we have both a boulangerie and a pâtisserie. They also are doing macarons and cakes.
Wow, look at this. This is the fraisier. This is something that is very typical of this time of year when we're getting the fresh strawberry. And it's absolutely amazing. It's quite old school, but something that always works.
Okay, so do you think we can go in here too?
I think we can, yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to show you guys the inside.
Go in the other side.
Okay, let's. Oh, that's the sortie. Okay, yeah, because now with the new rules, there is always one way in, one way out. Okay. So now back here. Okay, now that's the entrance. Wow. So here they also have some savory, beautiful quiche and tourte with mushrooms, salmon, also some ham and cheese. So they call that a tourte, but it's just, yeah, it's just bigger, thicker than a quiche. It's pretty much the same recipe. And down here, they also are pre-made, beautiful fish and so many other French specialty that they're making for probably for people to take them home. And in this side of the bakery, we have the bread, croissant, and pain au chocolat, and all of that. So there's a lot of people. Maybe I should just go outside.
I'm just going to go grab some baguettes.
Yeah?
For us and then I'll switch things.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm just for one more minute showing you. Oh, this is pretty interesting. We have some meat inside a dough that looks like a cake. So, okay, do we have people in this live? Do we have people that are great cooks and can share some French recipe they love to do? Like, okay, we did the quiche Lorraine and the vegetable quiche with Lola. But if you do have nice recipe to share with others, please do, because we always looking for something new, especially something we could do as a cooking class online, or maybe when you're coming in back in France, so we can show you other recipe, just something different. So please tell me that in the comment, and I'm gonna continue having a look around, showing you beautiful mulot, and Lola is grabbing us a baguette and probably some croissant as well, because she knows I love croissant. So here we have a charlotte made with boudoir. So that's the little, just little dry fingers that you have all around. So charlotte is also quite traditional French. I remember when I was a kid that my mom was making that, just digging those finger dry biscuits into some juice, and then you just put them around and you're making cake with them. Something fresh also. Oh, but here we are. Okay, so Lola is back with us. Okay, I'm just waiting for you here. I don't want to.
Hey.
What do we have here?
All right, so we're going to start with the obvious, which is obviously the baguette. So the baguette is quite French, as you may know, but it was actually invented during the 19th century. So it's not that old bread. To be honest, we don't actually know why it was created. There is a lot of legend. One of them with that the soldiers of Napoleon needed a bread that was a little bit thinner, but it would be easier to put in their backpack.
Really?
Yeah, another
Okay.
legend is that it was created to avoid any fighting in the metro of Paris, because when you had the big bread, you had to have a knife to cut it. But that means that if you had the baguette, you could cut it with your own hands. So you don't need a knife to get in the metro and to eat your bread. And I got another little something, because I know that you guys like sweets. We have pain au chocolat. And of course, because you can't go into a bakery without getting one, a croissant.
Here we go. Okay, guys. So that's why we asked the question at first. It's croissant or pain au chocolat. So for some people, they think that the pain au chocolat is a chocolate croissant, but it's different names, so different shape as well. Can you just show us again the pain au chocolat? So this Yeah, this is the pain au chocolat. So it's basically, it is the same dough as a croissant.
It is.
But with some chocolate bars in the middle.
Exactly. I don't know if you can see it right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, of course. So that's not a
chocolates.
grape, that's actually chocolate.
Mhm.
Awesome. And the croissant, here we go. Okay, so this is a croissant that is not really in the shape of a crescent, but you can feel the difference, right? So here we can tell that many layers are composing the croissant. And yeah, Lola, have you ever tried to make a croissant?
I tried once.
Okay.
It did not go well.
Why? Why?
Well, the problem is that when you make a croissant, you have to fold in the butter inside and do a lot of layers. The problem is that you have to make sure that the dough and the butter are always at the same temperature. So that takes a very long time. And the problem is that obviously, you know, in my home kitchen, the temperature is not exactly the same all the time. So I ended up making croissants that were basically hollow inside.
Okay, and so and so what is making a good croissant good?
All right. So for me, what makes a good croissant is first the quality of butter that you put inside. This is what we call a butter croissant. You were talking about the shape of it earlier. When you have a croissant that is shaped straight, like that, that means that it's made with real butter. If you have a croissant that is in the shape of a crescent moon, that means that it's made with margarine. We also call it croissant ordinaire, ordinary croissant.
Okay.
So first, you have to have good butter. Butter from anywhere in France is usually pretty good, but the one that they use especially for the butter croissant is the butter from Charente, which is stored in the center west of France, which is a very, very fat butter. So that allows, you know, for the croissant to be very scrumptious.
So there's different type of fat in the butter? I didn't know that. So
well, you have different
for me,
amounts.
butter was like 80% or something, or maybe more. I don't know, 100% of fat. I have no idea. I never even think about it.
From Charente has about 1 to 2% of fat more than the other butter, and that just, you know, those 1-2% that makes it 100 times better. And after that, you just have to make sure, you know, that you fold the dough properly, and that's what's going to make all the gorgeous layers that you see right here.
Can you just like slice it or just tie it? Just show us what is inside. Yeah, let me hold your baguette for you.
Yes.
So just so we can see inside how it is.
All right. The pigeons are going to love me in a minute.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is good. All right, good. I'm just going to fluff it up a little bit. Whoop,
yeah, so you see the inside. So many layers, a lot of air, but so in between each layer, a lot of butter. That's what you're telling us.
Exactly.
Okay. So the croissant is something that we have more in the breakfast time, so more in the morning. So some of you are in the United States right now, so probably it's morning time. For us, it's maybe weird to have a bit of croissant, but you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's have it. Okay.
My favorite part is the inside. Doesn't want to come out. Oh my god, it's so buttery right now.
So just at the side of Gérard Mulot, we are approaching the Marché Saint-Germain. And today there is something special. It looks like the market is expanding. So this is the Marché Saint-Germain, right in the middle of the neighborhood. And as you can see, some little stalls are along the market. Some nice little things to buy, little dresses for the summer. But we're gonna go in the markets. Lola, tell me we're going in.
Oh yeah, we're going in. Just before, let me tell you a little bit about this market. This is actually a market that's been here since the Middle Ages. It used to be a big fair during the Middle Ages, and it was transformed in the 1800s by Napoleon into a covered market because there was a cholera outbreak in the neighborhood, and people believed that putting a roof over a market would allow for cholera not to get in. So this is one of the oldest covered market in Paris.
Okay,
So
great.
come with me.
Yeah, let's go in. Wow.
Wow, yeah.
So now you are with you, probably. So we are following Lola, and apparently she knows everyone here because she's saying bonjour to everyone that we're passing.
Yeah.
So you're coming often here.
I come often here. I like to do my shopping in markets because, you know, that's where you have the freshest products.
Okay.
And the Marché Saint-Germain is just my favorites.
Okay, let's have a look at. Oh, now we're getting to the cheese part. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so I saw that we did a little question on Instagram to see what was the favorite cheese and to the people following us on Instagram. Maybe you can tell us also in this chat if you have one favorite cheese that we can talk about. And now we're going to try some of the cheeses, aren't we? Perfect. So many different types of cheeses. Some people say we have one cheese for one day in France, so more than 365 type of cheeses. I'm sure we have more than that because that's really our favorite food. From all of them. So now Lola is getting us some cheese. I see her getting also quite excited. So that's awesome. So I'm just gonna go around the market so I can show you some other styles. Here, for example, they are specialized in French products such as le cassoulet. Maybe some of you know the cassoulet. It's a specialty with white beans and some meat. Here we also have some jamon from Spain, Portugal. And I could continue quite a while because this market is quite profound. Yeah, I'm coming back, Lola. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so do you have any place where we can go with this so we can try it and talk about cheese?
Come and follow me.
Okay, perfect. Bonjour. Wow, beautiful.
It's very nice. It's very good.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very good. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, so now I'm following Lola and she's telling. Oh, okay. So I see where we're going. We have a baguette, we have Lola with cheese, and now we're getting to the wine store. Okay, I'm following you, Lola. You have me on your hands. Okay.
So we are at Ariane and Bacchus, which is the beautiful wine store of the Marché Saint-Germain. And, well, we have some cheese. Figured we might as well get a glass of wine.
Of course, yes. I'm very, very up to it. Okay, so let me show some wine. Is there a wine that you adore and you drink it all the time?
A lot of wine that I adore. I really like wine from the Languedoc region.
Languedoc. Okay, so that's the south of France.
Exactly.
So we have here different things. I see they have a very, very different selection. So I just figure that some of them are organic wine. Yes? Okay. So maybe, do you have any organic wine that we can take for a glass? Yes? Okay, perfect. And he speaks English. Hey, that's just for you guys. Huh? So we have here a wine seller that is actually speaking English. That's awesome.
What do you think? Should we go for white or for red?
I don't know. Are you more white or red?
I drink everything.
You drink everything. Okay, so maybe one each?
Okay.
Yeah. So sinon que du blanc? Yeah, white is good. White is good. And I was telling you about champagne earlier. So here we have some champagne. So maybe you can tell us what is your favorite wine, favorite region, favorite cépage, type of wine. Okay, so people are telling us here that that's the goat cheese. Okay, we took a goat cheese, I think, and Bria Savarin, maybe for next time. And the raclette, we'll see. Okay. Oh. Okay, that looks delicious. Merci beaucoup. Okay, so what do we have? Oh, can I just see the bottle? Just so they can see what we are.
Chenin.
Oh, Chenin. Great. Okay, can you? Yeah. Can you tell us more about the winemaker? Do you know the winemaker or? Okay. 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 Nice.
En Anjou.
Anjou. Okay, so Anjou is in the Loire Valley where I was born. So now. Okay, perfect. Even better. So where is Lola now? I think she's preparing a little plate for us. Okay, now this is where we're gonna have our. Oh, that looks delicious. Now, perfect. Look where we are. I'm just going to show you around. So we are right in the middle of flowers here. It's just so beautiful. Okay, let's go back here with Lola. Ooh.
Here.
Oh, just here we go.
All right.
Okay, I'm just a little tight here, maybe. Yes, thank you. Okay, so now we have everything, and we can talk about cheese because people are asking us about the Brie à Savarin, the raclette, and also the cheese, the goat cheese. So we have here a goat cheese. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, tell us more about what we have.
So this little rocamadour, as you can see, it has this little sticker on it.
Yes. Yeah.
See it properly. Oh, sorry. There you go. So this is an AOP. AOP means Appellation d'origine protégée. So that means that you can only call this cheese rocamadour if it's made in rocamadour using the milk from the goats of rocamadour.
Okay.
Right. So we have quite a lot of different things. They even put a little bit of jam inside.
So they did add a jam for us to try with the jam. Okay, so we will have to try with the jam.
Oh, wow. A lot of kids running around.
It's fine.
As children, we go to the market as well in France. So that's actually exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You just go to the market with your parents, and that's something that we have. All right, guys.
So you're telling us, so that's the goat, then the rest are...
Right. So we have the goat cheese, the rocamadour, then we have some brie. Brie is actually one of the only cheeses that comes from around Paris. This is brie de Meaux. There is exactly 3 types of brie: brie de Meaux, brie de Melun, and brie de Nancy.
Sorry for the noise, guys. That's good now.
So yes, this is the brie de Meaux, and this is one of the most famous one, which is this one. Then we have right here some fourme d'Ambert. Fourme d'Ambert comes from the center of France, and this is one of the blue cheeses. So as you can see, there is mold inside. This is not actually cheese mold, as some people might believe. This is actually bread mold, and that's the way that blue cheeses are made. That they get with penicillium roquefort, which is the bread mold, and they put it inside the cheese. So penicillium, as you can hear, is the same as the penicillium that is an antibiotic. So technically, this cheese is good for you.
Okay, that's mean. Okay, with this we can be kind of cured in a way of things.
Exactly. Then we have the mimolette that comes from the center of France. Sorry, not for the very north of France. This is actually the first knockoff in history. What happened is that in the 17th century, the frontiers of France were shut, so that we would buy only product that came from France. The problem is that the people from the north of France, they were very used to Gouda. So they decided to create their own Gouda, which resulted in mimolette.
Okay, so the mimolette is the French Gouda. We had the blue, the goat cheese, the brie, and a last one here.
This is our sheep milk cheese, which is called Osso Irati. Osso Irati comes from the Basque country. So maybe you know where that is, guys. That is very close to the frontier with Spain.
So Osso Irati, maybe I'm going to spell that for the people. So...
on the chat.
Yeah, on the chat. But yeah, continue, please.
So yes, this is made with sheep's milk, and actually this is a cheese that is not that old, considering all the cheeses that we have here. It was actually a cheese that started being made mostly after Roquefort got AOP. So old Roquefort, the very famous blue cheese that is made from sheep's milk cheese, and that is made very close to this region. Well, in 1924, the people of Roquefort got their AOP, saying that they were the only one who could produce the Roquefort. So many of the people that were around and making this Roquefort with the sheep's milk cheese were not allowed to make it anymore. So they decided to turn their sheep's milk cheese into something different, and that's why we get the Osso Irati.
Awesome. Okay, so with that, we have this baguette from Gérard Mulot, but there's also a special contest about the French baguette. Maybe you can tell us more about this Baguette de Paris contest with the best one. And this is a tradition, right? You took a tradition baguette. So guys, I'm just telling you about the tradition. So when you flip the baguettes, first you have something here. So this is kind of crusty burn. That's a good sign. And on the other side here, you usually on the tradition have a little bit of flour. So this is the white flour you have on the baguette that is sticking on my hand. This is a good sign. Here you also have the ears of the baguettes. So between 3, 4 to 5 ears in this case. And this is like 200 grams, like about 200 to 300 grams. So that would be the perfect tradition baguette. And so, yeah, tell us more about this contest that is taking place in Paris.
Great. So, we've been talking about baguette, but this is actually, as you were saying, baguette tradition or traditional baguette, which is actually a label that was created in the 90s to make sure, you know, that the bakers that actually took the time of making a proper baguette, not using, you know, any additives, things like that, would be rewarded. And that's what you have with this baguette here. So inside you have only 4 ingredients: water, flour, salt, and yeast, and that's it. Nothing else. That means, you know, that they decided to create a competition that made sure that all the bakers of Paris that were making this amazing baguette using all 4 ingredients were going to compete against one another to see who has the best one. So it happens every year around May, and there is quite a lot of people that enter it. So you can actually also enter as a jury. You know,
Okay.
You do a poll to see like who can get in as a jury. And if you win, you get a check, but that's not the most important. You get to be the bread maker for the president of France for 1 year.
Oh wow! Okay, that's a real honor. And so, so do you know any good places where we can find the best baguette, for example?
Definitely. Well, in Montmartre,
just one, yeah. Okay,
you
Montmartre.
have Le Grenier à Pain,
Okay.
which is very, very good.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so guys, when you're coming in Paris, you have to check that out. We did a blog article also about the best baguettes in Paris. So if you want some ideas, you can go
Bread
there.
for you and bread for the end. So you cut the bread like that.
Here you go, the French bread. Okay, so now you have to tell us more about how we cut the cheese, because I know that's a question that is coming often.
Yeah.
And as you're cutting it, I think I'm gonna get just a little sip of this. Cheers, guys. Cheers. So we're also doing some wine degustation. So when you're in Paris, you can have a wine and cheese degustation with us. And so this one is organic. It's from the Anjou. It's a Chenin. So it's a white cépage, a white wine that is coming from this particular region. I don't think we have Chenin in the United States. So if you're coming in Paris, you have to try something different, right? So in this case, you won't be disappointed. So the color is quite yellow. It's not as light as you could imagine for a Loire Valley. Usually this yellow, you can find that more in the Burgundy wine. Also in the Italian wine or the Greek wine, you have this yellow color. So this is quite unusual for the Touraine, for the Loire Valley region. And so now we're going to try that with a bit of cheese. So if you have any question on the comments about wine, about cheese, about the baguettes, please do. And so because we're gonna continue enjoying our little talk here and have a great time eating those things too. So don't hesitate. This is now the time to comment. And so you see I have little comments here so I can follow you guys. So the baguette would be great with my coffee in the morning. Yeah, I can imagine that, Linda. I see also Suzanne that is telling us santé. So you can please.
Thank you, Susan.
Okay, so that's for you, Susan. Okay, santé to you. So yeah,
right,
we can
let's start cutting.
We can also thank Teresa that is telling you bon appetit. And anyone bring bread and cheese into a wine shop like that, or is it special for you? Everything looks amazing. It's interesting because it's true that some people they're amazed of the way we are sometimes entering in the shop. It's true that they know us. I mean, they know Lola because Lola is here all the time, so they know her for sure. If you go with me on the tour, it's going to be the same. People will know me, so it's easier to do things. But if you're kind enough and say bonjour and have a big smile and say, hey, can we please have a little bit of cheese, especially because they are neighbors, the cheese shop and the wine shop. So they probably used to be together and to kind of work together. So in this case, it's not that complicated. But it's true that in some places you better ask first before bringing your food at the table, especially if they are selling food. Don't do that. It would be rude to get your own food and just like get there and have your wine. So yeah, so that will be for answering the question here. Okay, but Lola is doing a very interesting job on cutting the goat cheese here. What is the name of variety of wine you're drinking? Okay, so this one, so he showed us earlier, but this one is Chenin. So let me just put that on the chat so you will know the name. So it's Chenin from Loire. And Darren is saying, I want to hear your favorite cheeses after you try it. Okay, so we have to try all of them. So you can tell us maybe what's your favorite cheese, and I'm gonna cut that for you. Okay.
My favorite cheese.
In general.
In general, I would say probably Bria Savarin. We were talking about it earlier, which is this triple cream cheese, very, very, very fatty, but it's also very good because of that. I like it, but usually, when I'm having only this cheese, because the problem is it's very heavy, as I was telling you. So if you eat it by itself, it's okay, but if you have to eat, this cheese with a lot of other cheese afterwards, that starts to be a little bit too much, even for me. And what about you, Marie? What is your favorite cheese?
Okay, so my favorite cheese for I would say the Comté. So we don't have any of those two cheeses here now. We don't have Bria, Savarin, or Comté, but we do have beautiful other cheeses. I love goat cheese also a lot. It's the region where I was born, so it's the Loire Valley. So there you have good wine, but you have also good goat cheeses. So that's maybe why. And oops, sorry. Okay, so Lola, I just wanted you to have your first bite with me. So yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the goat cheese. It's usually good to start with the goat cheese because they're a little bit lighter and it's going to go very, very well.
I'm just turning here.
With our wine. So let's go.
Okay, so you just take a little bite. So what you do is taking just a little bite of goat cheese, putting that on bread, and then you chewing and putting wine after or during. Usually, how do you do that? Like, do you mix in your mouth?
What I like to do is chew the cheese first a little bit, leave just a little bit in my mouth and drink. Not too much because otherwise it would be a little bit gross for everyone. But I like to still have the taste of the cheese in my mouth when I take a little bit of wine. Because for me, that's when you get, the perfect combination, of the cheese and the wine together. It's when it gets really, really good.
Okay.
So have you tried the goat cheese, honey?
Yeah, the goat cheese, but it's kind of it's a little bit tart, but it is lovely, and the wine is quite dry but fruity at the same time. So that's interesting. Maybe I'm gonna try the next one. Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that because I need both my hands in order to choose the next one. Okay, so after the goat cheese, which one do you think I should?
So for me, a good one would be either the mimolette or the osoirati. So take which one you
I
prefer.
want both. Okay, so I'm gonna take those two, and so I'm gonna try first the mimolette. But I heard this is Okay, one first thing. During the lockdown, the fromagerie, the crèmerie, the cheese shop, they were all close. So that was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's pathetic.
Are you feeling like you're living again?
Kind of. Yeah. I have to say like this is I missed that. I actually miss those cheeses. Oh, they're really good. Okay, so I did try mimolette. It's kind of salty. It's fruity. I think it will get very well with
Exactly.
the wine.
They usually say that the Chenin Blanc is like the Swiss Army knife of wine in terms that it goes with basically every cheeses.
True. It's actually true. Okay, that's very well with it. And now I'm gonna go with osoirati. And this is a special moment for Bertrand. I'm sure you're watching us, Bertrand. So my partner, our colleague, because he's from this region, from the Basque region. So that's for you, Bertrand.
So actually, you could try also the osoirachi with the jam that comes from the same place.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. So
Maybe you can see it on the
So it's a jam with cherry,
black cherry
okay.
jam. Yeah.
So how do you do that? You just
So yeah.
take a bit of knife. I don't want to. Okay, this is kind of weird, but okay. So I'm taking that bit of jam. Okay.
So yeah, so you're going to see it's going to go very well together. The sweetness of the jam is going to balance the saltiness of the
Yeah,
cheese.
because the osoirachi is also acidic. Like there is this like acidity into it. So it's true that with the sugar, it's a good balance. Okay, so you're trying the next one.
All right. So for the next one, I think it's easier to go to the brie.
Okay.
Take a little piece of brie. So the brie, it's actually nicknamed the kings of cheeses. That's an actual title that we won because after Napoleon was taken down, all those countries decided to get together to redefine the frontiers in Europe. And Talleyrand, our prime minister, decided to bring brie. And he was saying to everyone, our cheese is the best, the brie is the best. And obviously, because you're in Europe, next to that very, very big, World Congress, they decided to do a cheese competition. And brie won. So we got the title of King of Cheeses.
Perfect. So it's known as a pâte fleurie, isn't it? Or so that's mean there is this or croûte fleurie. Sorry, not pâte molle, croûte fleurie. So that's when you have a bit of white on the outside. So this is a special category of cheese. You know probably the camembert that is from the same family of cheeses, not at all the same region though. I know some people are confusing. I just mixing the brie and the camembert, but it's not the same thing. The brie is much larger. Also, is that the box from the brie? I think it is.
I don't
No,
know. I'm gonna check, but I don't think it's written. Yeah, it is actually. This is
I knew it. Okay, so that's how large the brie is normally, but the camembert is it's
a bit smaller.
it's much smaller, and the camembert is from Normandy as the brie is from Île-de-France, around here. So now we are going to the next adventure with the blue. Some of you say they love the blue. Some other they probably kind of scared of the blue. If you never tried blue cheese before, yeah, just don't be afraid. Okay.
So actually, for the people who don't really like blue, I feel like fourme d'Anvers is a good way to start because it's a lot milder than the Roquefort, and also it has a little bit of hint of sweetness to it, which I think is very good. So we're gonna take a little piece.
It's fine. It's fine. Just take your time. Okay. So I'm gonna take a little bit.
It's super tasteful.
So I'm gonna show you from. So it could be impressive, but it's nothing. It's like the crust will be inside almost.
Exactly, yeah.
It's almost like the same. I think penicillin is also what is here. So the same thing here, the white and the blue. It just is being inside and more humid than getting this color. But the same thing. So don't be afraid. Next time you're hesitating, taking a blue, don't hesitate. And with the white, it's also quite good, right?
Yeah, because as you were saying, this white is very fruity and it goes very well with blue cheese. Blue cheese in general goes amazingly well with anything that is fruity or a little bit sweet. So actually, you remember the jam that you just took? This is also something that you can put.
The jam will go with the blue?
Yeah, it's going to go very well with the blue.
Okay.
So yeah, because as you can see, the blue is quite tangy. You have quite a lot of taste to it. So the jam is going to balance it a little bit with the sweetness.
Perfect. Okay, so I did try a lot of them, not the brie, because I think Darren wants us to choose. That's okay. It's really good.
So I don't know if you noticed, but the brie, the one that you're having right now, because it's brie de Meaux, it has this very nice taste, but it's not too strong. Sometimes people get brie de Nangis or brie de Melun. Brie de Melun is usually a lot stronger. This one is actually quite nice, but the brie can become a little bit stronger from time to time, so you have to kind of be careful. Some people believe that if the brie becomes too old, it starts tasting like broccoli.
That broccoli. Okay, so if you don't like broccoli, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's great. Well, thank you so much, Lola, for being with us, being with me on today. So, guys, if you have again any other question, if not, I think we are now having the best time because we're gonna enjoy our little wine. You see, we have the macaron also here, and so yeah. So this little tour was just to show you some places. Of course, doing a normal food tour, we're doing about 2.5, 3 hours around one neighborhood. So that's much more to try different specialty. You enter in so many shops. Some of the artisans are also talking with you and telling you more of what they're doing. So if you're joining us for a food tour, yeah, you're gonna have much more information and more tasting and just enjoy yourself a lot with Lola, with me, with Marie, another guide that is doing food tours. So if you have any intention of, yeah, like I said, doing a recipe. So I saw some people, they want some other vegetarian recipes. So we're going to do that. We're going to propose something else. And if you like this video and if you want to help us, your expert Lola, and our little business, you can tip your guide. You can just go below this video. You have a little link, and if you just want to follow, subscribe this channel, and follow us on Instagram or Facebook, or just having our newsletter every week. So thank you so much for watching us. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Lola. That was really interesting. All the advices you had given us today, and and see you next week. So we're gonna do another video next week, probably in the Latin quarters for some of you that probably wanted to see more of the Pantheon. That's gonna be for next week. So yeah, see you next week, and have a great day for those who are starting the breakfast. And for us, we are now digging in the beautiful wine, and here the cheese is. So I'm just saying merci beaucoup, merci. Well, that's very touching. That's very nice. So have a great day. Bye guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.
See you next